We're on and rolling.
Okay,
Okay, so how are you today?
I'm good.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on the interview with Booby Taylor show. Jamie J. Morris. That's how you say your name?
Morrison.
Morrison.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Well, tell us all about you. You're beautiful, you're talented. I see that you're into health and wellness and taking good care of your body. You're a bodybuilder as well.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, tell us all about it.
So I guess just to start it out, I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Mhm.
Joined the military when I was 19 years old. Wrote my first novel when I was 22, and then kind of put it to the side because I didn't know how to balance writing and being a military member. And,
Right.
and fast forward to now, maybe 2 years ago, I was going through PA school and I started to write my second book. And I was like, well, I never really pushed that first one. So I picked it up and put it out there, finished my second one, put it out there, and here I am, you know.
Oh, okay. So with the first book, what's the name of the first book? And could you tell us something about what it's about?
Okay, so the first book is called 16 Years to Life, and it's pretty much sort of an autobiography. The names have been changed a little bit, but my mother went to prison when I was about 11 years old. It was 2 weeks before I started junior high school, so I was 12 years old.
Uh-huh.
And I throughout school I felt like I was the only child to experience that situation, me and my siblings, because kids don't normally talk about what's happening at home.
Right, right.
And it wasn't until my senior year of high school that I realized that my friend who I had been friends with for 4 whole years was going through the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
And we had never told each other until sitting on the stairs one day, we decided to make a confession. And
Right.
so that's where the first book came from. It was me more so trying to uh, bring the story of children of convicted felons out there so that, they can know that they shouldn't be ashamed of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to, their ending doesn't have to be their beginning. And it is other people out there that have experienced the same thing.
Right, right. That's such a heavy load for a young child to have to carry and handle, and then
Right.
also hold it as a secret. So how did that make your life when you was growing up?
Um, I think I don't think it made it difficult for me because I learned, in most black families, we learn to sweep things under the carpet. You
Hmm.
just don't address the issue. So
Right,
it was more so us just kind of like, okay, this is what happened. This is how things changed. Let's just go on about our day. Even though me and my siblings, we were split apart. I went to live with my aunt and then my grandmother. My sister went to live with an aunt. And we just kind of was like, okay, this is life now. But
right.
looking now that I'm an adult and looking back on it, it really made me more secluded.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really trusting of other people, um, and just kind of like always kind of like isolated, because you
Okay.
don't want people to know about that situation.
Right. Now, in some cases, when people go through difficult situations as children, you can go one or two ways. Some people act out and get in a whole lot of trouble, or they just like really focus, and that's not the life that they want. So, would that be your decision in going into the surface as far as being focused and just saying, you know what, I'm going to turn this negativity into the positive that it is?
You're right. I do agree that that was kind of one of the reasons why I went into the service is because, I even heard my own aunt say that because of my circumstances, I wasn't going to make it. I was going to be a statistic.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it became, a goal of mine to not become that person, that young woman who let her situation hinder her future and,
Right.
just kind of get a, low paying job, have kids, and just not do anything with yourself. And then also, I joined the military because I knew that my mom was going to be coming home. And as a convicted felon, they don't offer much to convicted felons when they get out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
And her being a mother, of course,
Right.
any mom that gets released from prison wants to bring their family back together. But with it being hard for convicted felons to get jobs, how was she going to be able to take care of 3 children? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why.
Oh, okay. So in the service, what did you take up? What were you in the service?
I still am in the
You're still
service.
in there?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
okay.
I started out as a medical technician, and
Mm-hmm.
then I did that for about 15 years, and then finally got accepted to the military's PA program, and now I'm a physician assistant in the military.
Oh, okay. So does that your introduction into the wellness and the workout and all of that that goes along with that?
Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
So
just
yeah. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
it's just realizing I got into it. It had to be in 2014. I was in Vegas and I saw a picture of myself and my butt looked square.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
We can't have a square butt now.
no. I was like, I'm too young for this. Like, I need to do
Right.
something with myself. I was 1 year post baby. So I decided to give myself an unrealistic goal, and I was like, I'm gonna do a bikini competition. I'm gonna do a bodybuilding competition.
Oh, okay.
And so I set out to do it, not even thinking that I was going to achieve that goal.
Mm-hmm.
But it just so happens that the personal trainer that I hooked up with was a bikini competitor.
Oh,
And
okay.
so she just kind of pushed me along the way until I eventually got on stage. And so I learned how to work out through her. And then as I went to PA school, I learned more about different diseases that affect the Black community and different types of, demographics of people. And I realized that, in my household,
Right.
that we teach, moms will teach daughters how to cook so that you can feed the spouse and you can feed your kids and feed yourself. But it wasn't really any teaching on how to keep yourself healthy fitness wise.
You
It's
right
more,
about that.
how to cook and everything, and how to cater to. And so I was like, you know what? I really need to open, everybody's eyes, women's eyes, and, let them know that they can do multiple things. You don't have to just choose to be mom and wife. You can be mom, wife, and career woman. You can be mom, wife, career woman, and then take care of yourself and be who you are. You don't have to lose your identity.
Right.
So
You can do it all. That's what you're saying.
yeah, you can.